Badge number, sir?
Well,
do you have an identification?
Oh, sir, I'm gonna ask that you de-escalate.
Okay, the thing I'm talking about, you're on private property.
I'm not on private property.
Okay.
This is public. This is public property, sir. Can I get your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Claywell.
And your badge number, Officer Claywell.
22.
Great, thank you.
We were just wondering because you're walking in between.
Before we even get into this interaction, let's set the stage. What you're about to watch isn't just a casual conversation in a parking lot, it's a textbook clash between constitutional rights and authority mindset. On one side, you've got Sean, identifying himself as a journalist, calmly recording police vehicles in a publicly accessible area. On the other side, you've got multiple officers, including a detective, who immediately approach with suspicion, demands for ID, and claims of private property. Now here's where this gets interesting. There's no crime. No report of vandalism. No complaint. Just a camera, and a citizen exercising what courts have repeatedly upheld as protected First Amendment activity, recording in public. Yet within seconds, we see tension rise. The tone shifts. Words like private property get thrown around. And then comes that subtle power struggle. Who controls the interaction? Watch closely. Pay attention not just to what's said, but how it's said. The body language. The escalation attempts. The shift in tone when a supervisor steps in. Because sometimes the most revealing part of these encounters isn't the law, it's the ego. And by the end of this video, you'll have to decide for yourself, was this about safety or about control? Let's get into it.
Vehicles, that there's a lot of stuff been going on with people messing around with vehicles.
People have been messing around with your vehicles?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Well, brother, I've seen your little podcast thing, so I knew who you are.
What podcast?
Don't you do a podcast or something?
No, I don't have a podcast.
No.
You're a detective?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You have to calm down, okay?
No, he wasn't
calm. He wasn't calm.
I know you.
I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to even talk to you. You can. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even want to talk to you.
When you're walking around police vehicles.
These are public vehicles. I'm just checking them out.
Public vehicles, and we're on public property, and you're allowed to be back here. But we have to be concerned about you doing something to the vehicles.
I mean,
because it's not normal if somebody comes back here and just to do what you're doing, right?
No, I'm just checking out the vehicles. That's all I'm doing.
Right. Well, that's what we're checking you out to make sure you're not going to come over here and do anything to the vehicles.
Sir, I got no problem with you checking me out. My issue is when officers come up to me trying to escalate a situation.
How does somebody ask you? I ask you how you're doing and
no. I'm not saying you, sir. I'm saying the officer here that came up. Where's your ID? Give me your ID. You're on private property. This is not private property, sir.
Okay.
You need to calm down.
You need to leave the property. That's it.
You can't trespass me from public property, sir.
You're on right here around vehicles.
This is taxpayer property, sir. I'm not breaking any laws. This is a constitutionally protected activity, sir.
Okay.
You took an oath.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. You go ahead and take it then.
I appreciate it.
But I'll stand right here.
Okay. That's probably the best move for your department and your city, sir. Honestly.
Please
I don't want to. You guys can go. I'm not. How is that talking down to him, sir?
You're trying.
I'm saying that's the best move.
You're trying to bait him.
I'm not trying to bait him.
You're trying to bait him.
He's trying to bait me.
If there's something that we can help you with, please let us know.
Okay, great.
If you're back here alone by patrol cars, yes, we're going to be concerned about you being back here by yourself.
Be concerned. Okay, I understand. I understand your concern, sir. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a concern. I'm saying there's a way, like the way you're handling it now, there's a way to handle your concern, right? And that's why everybody's safe and everybody, there's no issues.
I introduced myself. My name was Guy. What was your name again?
My first name's Sean.
Sean. Nice to meet you, Sean.
Nice to meet you too.
Something we can do for you?
No, I don't need any help at the moment. Thank you. I appreciate that.
While you're back here, we're going to stand over here and we're going to watch you and make sure you don't do nothing. We also are on cameras here.
That is completely fine.
All right.
Just the dynamic shift. The officer starts casual, "How's it going, brother?" But the moment Sean asks for name and badge, the energy changes. Suddenly it's about identification. Suddenly it's about private property. And here's the key detail: no explanation of a crime, no reasonable suspicion articulated, just a camera and curiosity. This is a classic move we've seen time and time again. When a citizen asserts their rights confidently, it can feel like a challenge to authority. Instead of answering the question cleanly and moving on, the detective pivots to, "Are you on private property?" That's an attempt to create leverage. But Sean calmly puss.
Let's be thankful for Detective Guy over here. You gotta thank your boss. He saved you.
And you.
No, he didn't save me either. He saved you.
Go away.
Oh.
Go play your game somewhere else.
No. That's not how you treat the public, sir. I'm telling you right now, it's not how you treat the public.
Be sure to
It's so
podcast the truth.
it's so funny. That's the thing. A camera doesn't lie, right? The camera doesn't lie.
That's right. It doesn't.
It doesn't lie. There is no way I can paint it, right? They're gonna see me talking. They're gonna see you talking,
But they're also
and they're going to judge us based on our actions.
Now this is a pivotal moment. You need to leave the property. That's a direct order. But what's the legal basis? That's the question nobody answers. If it's public property, taxpayer funded, then a trespass warning without a lawful exclusion policy becomes shaky ground. Sean invokes something powerful here. This is constitutionally protected activity. He's not yelling. He's not resisting. He's asserting a legal principle. And when he brings up the oath, that's not just rhetoric, it's a reminder. Law enforcement officers swear to uphold the Constitution, not just enforce policies or protect feelings, but here's the tension: when authority feels questioned, ego can creep in. Notice how quickly the conversation moves from "what are you doing" to "you need to leave." That jump tells you everything. It's no longer about concern over vehicles, it's about asserting dominance in the...
Well, no, I'm looking. I was. Where was I pointing the camera when you guys came up to me? Right at the cars, right? That's what I was doing.
Taking photos of the vehicles.
Because I'm a journalist. That's what I do. I go and I show different vehicles of different police departments. The departments. I check out the tires, make sure you guys are keeping them up to date.
That can be taken care of through the records department.
Through records?
Yes.
Yeah. But sir, all I would ask you is that as a member of law enforcement and a public servant, you should not come up to people aggressive like you did, sir.
The thing is, you shouldn't be in this area.
I am in this area.
Because the fact is, when you're walking around public safety vehicles with everything that's going on,
I hear that a lot.
Exactly.
There's always a lot of stuff going on.
So I mean, the best thing to do is don't.
Okay. With everything that's going on, I think you would be safer, officer, if you didn't come up to somebody, "Where's your ID? Get off my property," right?
Exactly.
You got to thank your boss, he saved you. Saved him from what? That's the unspoken implication hanging in the air. Saved him from escalation? From arrest? From retaliation? Statements like that reveal something deeper: frustration, because what actually happened? A supervisor stepped in and de-escalated. That's not saving the citizen, that's correcting the approach. When officers imply someone was saved, it suggests there was something coming that shouldn't have been coming in the first place. This is where professionalism matters most. Instead of acknowledging that the interaction could have been handled better, we get sarcasm. And sarcasm from authority figures doesn't build trust, it erodes it. Ask yourself, if the roles were reversed and a citizen said something similar to an officer, how would that be received?
Exactly.
And you would be safer because you don't know me. I could be I'm a nice guy, luckily
That's
for you.
just it. I don't know.
Exactly, but luckily for you, I'm a nice guy.
You could be on the FBI's most wanted list.
I understand
don't
that.
know.
I understand
you
that.
understand the climate, the way law enforcement's being looked at right now, and that all the attacks.
Oh, I think that would go both ways, sir. I don't want to bring up, see, and that's the thing. So you're trying to paint the narrative that, law enforcement. I can paint the narrative that
I don't have to paint the narrative if you just read the paper or see the statistics.
You could watch the news about people being killed, and people being
Killed by who?
by police officers. That's way more in the news. That happens way more than police officers die. Look at the statistics. I have way.
Now Sean clarifies his purpose: journalism. Documenting public vehicles, checking equipment, highlighting departments. Whether someone agrees with his style or not is irrelevant. The First Amendment doesn't require approval. It protects activity precisely when it's unpopular or uncomfortable. The officer suggests going through records instead. But that's a misunderstanding of rights. Public records requests are one avenue, not the only avenue. Photography in public is lawful without prior permission. There's no law requiring someone to justify why they're taking pictures of government property visible to the public. What we're witnessing is a philosophical divide: transparency versus gatekeeping. Sean sees himself as a watchdog. The officers see him as a potential threat. That gap, that mindset difference, is where friction forms. And unless training emphasizes constitutional literacy, these situations
More chance of dying by you than you do by me.
I hope
100%.
not. I hope that's not true.
I would hope that's not true as well, but I'm talking about, you're bringing up statistics, I'm going to bring up statistics. That's all.
I gotta get out of here for the day, guys.
All right.
Hey,
Hi, how are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, my name's Captain Ashley Jones.
Captain.
There's a sign right here.
Where's
and
that
I can
sign?
show you if you want to go look at it.
Sure, I'll take a look at the sign. Not a problem.
I'm not trying to
No, it's fine.
argue with you or not.
I don't want to argue with you either.
No, the reason we got this posted is just this right here. This area is where civilians or anybody that wants to come in
Okay.
and talk to the police, they'll go in the front.
All right.
Okay?
I came from
speculative justification. Hypotheticals don't create reasonable suspicion. If you could be was enough, every citizen would be subject to detention at all times. Sean responds calmly, even acknowledging the broader climate around law enforcement. But then the conversation drifts into statistics: who's more at risk? And that's where emotions start blending with facts. When discussions turn into generalized fears instead of specific conduct, that's when interactions lose their legal footing. Policing can be dangerous. That's undeniable. But danger doesn't erase constitutional limits. Rights don't disappear because someone feels uneasy. The Constitution was written precisely for uncomfortable moments like this. The question is, can both sides stay grounded in that reality? Watch how the temperature drops when the captain arrives. The tone shifts. There's explanation. There's reference to signage. There's no immediate demand for ID. That contrast is important. Leadership often sets the standard for how encounters unfold. Captain Jones points out a posted sign and explains the intended public entrance. That's how communication should work: information first, enforcement second. Sean even acknowledges he didn't see the sign and remains cooperative. No yelling. No threats. Just dialogue. This moment proves something critical: most of the earlier tension was avoidable. When authority communicates clearly and respectfully, the need for escalation disappears. So the question becomes, why wasn't that is a powerful example of how quickly situations can escalate, not because of criminal behavior, but because of perception and pride. Sean exercised what courts have consistently recognized as protected activity: recording in a public space. The initial response from officers introduced conflict where none legally existed. Yet when supervisory leadership stepped in, the interaction stabilized. The key takeaway? Rights only work when people know them and when public officials respect them. Professionalism, clear communication, and constitutional literacy make all the difference. This wasn't about vandalism. It wasn't about safety threats. It was about control versus accountability.